Hey, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing on this Saturday, the 14th of Jason's birthday weekend, 79th birthday weekend? Can you guys hear me okay? Is anyone here yet? Looks like a few of you guys here, guys and gals. Hey, Astro Rob. Good to see you, man. Hey, what's up, Virgil? Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Gonna turn the sound off of my phone. I tend to forget to do that sometimes when we're live. Danny D in the house, who is responsible for this amazing package. I can't wait. I just cut it open because it's pretty big. So to do it on screen, we're not going to do that. But I cut it open. It's sitting here beside me, and I'm stoked. I'm way stoked on it. Hey, Pam, how are you? Good to see you. Chase, hey, man, how are you? Hope you're having a good morning. All the festivities last night. Chase's watch along over with what was it, Movie Mass and Last Movie Standing. Did a little watch along for Friday 13th Part 3. It was good times. Pam says this should be interesting. Hey Kent, how are you, man? Good morning. Driving, be safe, be safe. And yes, Virgil, Saturday the 14th, the movie. I love that movie, man. It's cheesy, it's goofy, and it's great. I think they were going for that kind of Mel Brooks type of comedy. If you haven't seen Saturday the 14th, I recommend it. It's pretty cool, pretty good. Yeah, Saturday the 14th. Hey, good morning, Infinite IO. What's up, Punky? Amanda, hey, good morning. Glad to see you all here. So, did anyone watch anything last night? Any Friday the 13th? Oh, speaking of which, got to do that coffee check, right? I got my amazing Camp Crystal Lake diner mug. There's the other side of it. Fright Rags makes these. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, Witch Nose is in the house. Melissa and Chris, they say they're out running errands. All right. Hey, I'm glad you just said hey. I'm glad y'all stopped in to say hello. I really appreciate that. Oh, dog grooming. So much fun, huh? All right. Oh, yeah, coffee. The coffee in the awesome mug is Door County. That's the name of the brand. And I'm doing pecan cinnamon ice cream, which is really like a really awesome pecan. It's kind of, I'd say it's a pretty good tumble. Star Wars mug with the Kirkland coffee. Hey, man, as long as you enjoy it, who cares what it costs? You know what I mean? All right, Chase got that Ghostbusters Halloween Horror Nights cup filled with some Starbucks pike roast. Pike roast is always good. It is always a safe bet. Right on. Got the HEB Reserve fancy shit. Hey, man, stack those coupons. Amen. All right. Yeah, and who's burning what? I'd like to know. I'm actually not burning anything today. I was wondering if me having something going while I'm, cold sniffing things is the best idea to really get a good impression. So I decided not to burn anything today. Um, but we got Dark Carnival. Pam's got Dark Carnival. That's awesome. Hey, Cameron's toasted pecan pie coffee. Bridget, hello. We're in similar boats. I've got the pecan cinnamon ice cream. You got the pecan pie. Pecan is an awesome flavor for coffee. Thunder Desert. Right on, man. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Uh, that Desert Thunderstorm. Yeah, that thing is. It is. It's one of my favorites out the Sanity scents. It's not even Halloween. It's not even. I mean, I wouldn't say it's spooky. It's kind of just like a incoming storm in the desert, which is I don't know. It's just awesome. I love that Desert Thunderstorm. So I'm glad you're digging it. Glad you're digging it. Hey Todd. Hey man. Good morning. I hope y'all all caught the live last night. It was awesome having Todd on. Yeah, we're gonna do that again. We're gonna have to do that again. That was a blast. Hey, got the Mountain Blend and the Mickey Mouse mug. Rock and roll. Cherry Crumble by Kringle. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Chase, I have the Arrow of the remake is the only 4K I have of the Friday the 13th. It's like I know they released the first one and they did the second one, and I feel like they might do a set maybe one day at some point, maybe not, but yeah, that's the only one I have so far, and I really do need to get a hold of Jason Goes to Hell and X. Arrow has some amazing 4Ks of those guys. If y'all don't know, Chase over at AVA Pop Culture does amazing reviews and just talks about movies in general, but like he does some great 4K reviews too, and talks about sometimes whether it's worth upgrading or not. But both of those 4Ks, all of the 4Ks from Arrow are amazing. The remake 2009 remake 4K and the Jason Goes to Hell and X all look fantastic. They're great, man. Arrow does great stuff. You're welcome, Virgil. Yeah, we've got a little gloom outside ourselves here, Rob. So, I mean, let's get into this. I'm gonna bring up Cantrip Candles website. Let's see, and maybe I'll go shop by product. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out together. That's what I say. Um, I'll probably just whatever I pull out, I'll just hit a search on it and let it load up while we're digging in. So here we go. Danny, you're amazing. I just want to thank you again. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining in, checking out these Saturday morning lives. It's been a lot of fun. You guys are wild sending me stuff. Like it's wild, and I feel really humble and grateful about it, and it's just cool. So thank you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. Danny, thank you for this Cantrip candles. I was not aware of this company. Danny and I got to talking about me and my petrichor scents, right? And she was like, "You've got to try this Jungles of Makal." Jungles of Makal is an amazing petrichor scent. So I know that's in here, and I have no idea what else is in here. So let's just dig in, shall we? I'm gonna put this on the float, and let's go. Oh, Danny, this is awesome. Yes. She threw a spider bite in here. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you. If y'all don't know, I love spider bite. Witch nose candles, spider bite. One of the best summer scents of all time, I would say. Most of you probably know this candle. I'm thinking. If you're not aware of it, it's got some absinthe notes in it. It's got what it vibes like to me is a citron or citron, bug spray, bug candle. It's got this really awesome citrus hit, but it's got some cool depth to it with the absinthe and the brighter notes, and it's got this kind of a mossy feel to me in it as well. And it is just one of the best I love this candle. It's one of my favorite candles, period. Thank you so much for this. Because we've been burning this a lot, by the way. I mean, it's not even worth me doing a Cinewax on Spider Bite. Like, so Cinewax, I'm going to start up. It's I'm going to pair candles with movies. Why this is not worth me doing a Cinewax is because you can put this candle any Friday the 13th. This is, well, not Jason X, maybe parts of it, right? But any camp slasher, any camp movie, I'm talking The Burning, I'm talking, any camp slasher. I mean, even something like Cheerleader Camp, anything where someone goes to camp, and even if it's not a horror movie, like I was saying the other day, if you know a movie called Camp Cucamonga, you ought to check that one out. But those are like awesome older movies from the 80s too, like Poison Ivy with the young Michael J. Fox. Anything where somebody goes to Camp Nowhere. You can pair this with any camp movie, any outdoorsy movie, and it'll put you right there. I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. All right. Oh, wow. So I kind of was expecting more like wax melts and stuff, but this is a big 2-wick. Jungles of Makal. And so obviously that's the one we talked about up top. It says Undergrowth and Petrichor. And unfortunately, I believe that this is no longer available. I hope they bring it back. I'm going to read from the website. Let me actually, I don't want to read from the website. I'm gonna smell this first before I read anything else. Let's get into it. Ooh, oh yeah. Okay. This is this has got some awesome petrichor and some awesome raw wet earth. Like, this is like dirt, like wet dirt, dark wet dirt, like forest floor and petrichor. That, oh man, it's really, really good. I don't know what I would compare this to, honestly. I mean, I could sit here and start naming off other awesome wet dirt soil scents. South of Sanity has some awesome ones like Decay. Dungeon is always a favorite of mine, but this is really it's really something special with the wet dirt and the petrichor. Let's see what they got to say about it on the site. Humid, earthen, layered are the descriptors. Notes are undergrowth and petrichor. The humid labyrinth of trees and vines is filled with dangerous and beautiful creatures. Somewhere within the maze lies an ancient temple filled with treasure. Yeah, I feel like the undergrowth thing. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mansion in the house? Glad you're here, man. Always glad you're here. Partying last night, party today. Going to keep it powerful, spooky, baby. Man, this is really, really good. Danny, you are not kidding. This thing's amazing. Thank you so much for this. I'm definitely going to get some good use out of this, and I'll probably use it sparingly. That's incredible. It's wet dirt and like a storm coming in. It's like undergrowth too, like that. The rotted bracken on a forest floor. When you dig underneath it, and you've got all the bracken and the wet dirt underneath, but then like it's got petrichor. like a storm. That thing's incredible. Yeah. Jungles of Makal. I think we need to go over to Cantrip Candles and tell them that needs to stay all the time, year round. That thing is amazing. All right, what else we got in here? Okay, we've got a box. Let's see what's in. Yo. Oh wow, Danny, thank you so much. This is incredible. Okay, so here, these are. Before I dig into it, there's some candles in here. 3 candles. The first one is called Cobalt Kush. Now, I've checked out Cantrip a little bit. I feel like their vibe is like Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards and like role-playing, game-playing, that kind of stuff. I think they're like hardcore in those vibes. I know they're out of California, by the way. I did see that. I mean, it seems like now. Let's see. Let me go to the about real quick. But I feel like they were out of like Santa Monica, which I do miss California, y'all. Sometimes I do. Yeah, they even have a. It says they have a tabletop. They host tabletop gaming. You know, that's awesome. All right, right on, Cantrip. All right, let's get into Kobold or Cobalt. I don't know how you would say that with the K. Kush. And it's got some pineapples on it. You know what that's about. Oh man, okay, yeah, all right. This is this reminds me of being in a dispensary in California. And it's got a really nice pineapple and cannabis. Not smoke, more plant. Yeah, this is like a pineapple cannabis. It's really, really quite good. Very fragrant, sweet, sharp. Let me pull it up and see, because there's something else rocking and rolling in this candle that's really, really pleasant. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on their site, Danny. You're saying that's not available anymore. The set of 3 you can no longer purchase. Yeah, the herbal vibes. It's really, really good. Yeah, they're not listed on here. So the best way I'm going to describe it is that it's like a really nice pineapple, and it's sweet, and it's got a really cool, sharp cannabis plant hit. But then it's got a very pleasant, almost like a cloud-like vaporous, almost like vanilla or something smooth and velvety about it. It doesn't have a skunk scent. Yeah, this is like, so like if you go to a dispensary, you know, in California, you're gonna get good stuff. You're not gonna get skunk unless that's what you're looking for. There was a cheddar one I remember that we used to get that some people would call skunk, a little bit skunk, but I didn't. It was just had that cheese, like cheese. But this isn't it. All right, Cobalt Kush. I really like this. This is a really nice pineapple. It's like kind of the sweeter end of pineapple. And the sharper end of the pineapple in there blends in with the sharpness of the green of the cannabis plant itself. And then, yeah, like I said, a real nice kind of fluffy, smooth, velvety, like maybe a vanilla or some kind of thing in the back that's just real nice. So that's awesome. All right. All right, next up, we've got Dwarven Dank. And I'm seeing Campfire and some awesome marshmallow over the campfire. Let's get into this one. Whoa. Man, that's really, really good. That's so off the bat, you're getting a really awesome marshmallow. Mallow is awesome. Like mallow, like real mallow in the marshmallow. And it's not too sugary. Like it's not it's what's the word I'm looking for? Bucolic? Maybe is that the word? I don't know. You know, it's not overly sweet in any way. It's a really nice marshmallow. It's got a touch of smoke like in the back. And again, though, it's really nice, velvety, smooth kind of thing that like the best way I can describe it is I've seen notes that have like vanilla cloud or something like that. Like something like that just fluffs it up and makes it really, really pleasant. But yeah, this is like marshmallow and some smoke, just a hint of smoke with a really nice smooth background, the back end. And it's almost like the smoke has just a whisper of cannabis smoke. That's really nice. And I think if someone didn't read the name of that, they might not even know that it had sort of a cannabis smoke in it. It's very subtle and really, really good. It smells high end. The best way I can put it. Yeah. All right. Next up, Halfling Hash. You know, we're gonna go on that Lord of the Rings trip now. No question about it. Which I'm guessing probably this whole set, Dwarven, Dank, Kobold. It's been a while since I've read the Tolkien stuff, so I'm guessing it's probably a reference. But oh wow, that's really interesting. Marshmallow fireside weed candle. That is a Dwarven Dank for sure. We could have used that yesterday. Camp Calamity. Yeah, so these three are definitely cannabis themed. Okay, so Halfling Hash. Okay, so the cannabis part of this is like after the plant itself has been dried and ground so that you can do that number. That's the weed note. This one's tough for me to get a read on what else is in here. It's got a really nice kind of dry weed, like dry weed hit, dry cannabis, not too wet, not dank. It's really, really nice. This is really nice. So you know how like any dried plants, dried stuff can vibe like tea or can vibe like potpourri or whatever. It has that dry sort of a vibe with just the right amount of wetness to it, right? It's very subtle. And it just smells like it does smell like hash, but I'm trying to identify. It's a musk. It's like it's got a deeper resonant musk, a bitter almost resonant musk. As well as the hash note. And again, this is really pleasant and really, really nice. Halfling Hash. These are amazing. I like every one of them. And they all vibe really, really differently. Very cool. Thanks, Danny, man. These are awesome. Thank you, man. That is awesome. All right, next up. Hey-o. All right. We've got the melts. Danny said that was a 420 set that was available. Yeah. So far, I've got to say, just after 4 fragrances that I've smelled, they're definitely really well blended, and they're using really good oils. This is it's good stuff. Again, it's good stuff. Really good stuff. All right, we've got oh wow. Okay, so there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. We've got a lot of We've got a lot of melts in here, so this is cool. This is exciting. Okay. All right, we've got some Kringle stuff in here. I know Danny and I talked about cannabis scents ever since we were talking about Green Man that Witch Nose Candles did. And Virgil, you said you're working on a scent, a dank scent. There's something really nice about cannabis as a scent note. I think, my opinion. Even as someone who doesn't partake, I find it pleasant. It can be, unless you get something funky, skunky. All right, but there is a lot of awesomeness in here. So let's just get to it. First one we're going to do is called Cantrip Adventures Emporium. Cool. Adventures Emporium. And I'll go real quick and see if that will load up. Yep. There we go. Adventures Emporium. All right. So I'll load that up and we'll read it. We'll read it later. We'll read it after the experience, you know? All right. Here we go. Ooh, okay. This is a really fresh smell. This is a really fresh one. It almost smells like fresh air. I'm always really curious how you pull off fresh air in a fragrance. It's I'm trying to think what else this has in it. It smells like fresh air, like clear skies, and I feel like there's maybe a leather. I hope maybe I'm completely off, but I feel like there's a leather in there. I don't know. Let's see. Musky, warm, and spiced are the descriptors, and it says the notes are polished leather, clove, and amber. I would not have guessed amber is in here. In a million years, I would have not have guessed that amber was in here. The clove in here is really good and different than other cloves I've smelled. And I can tell you they're not giving away any secrets. Polished leather, clove, and amber. The leather in here is really nice. It's like a fresh leather, almost like, you know, like a something you wear, coat, gloves. You get that polished feeling. That is exactly the right word. It's really nice. This is an awesome leather scent, and it's not heavy. Leather scents can mostly go heavy, like they kind of feel heavy. This does not feel heavy. This feels light and airy, and man, that's a really good one. I would not have guessed amber is in this. So it is very subtle, and it is being used as a note to enhance the clove and polished leather and whatever else is in here, because I'm sure that's not the whole story, but I like that quite a bit. Adventurers Emporium. That's really good. All right. Now we're going to move to Library Scriptorium. I think it's what it says. I'll just grab that, pull it up. There we go. Pull that up. While that loads, we will do the smell. Now, library, I can guess maybe it's got some papyrus going on or something. Maybe. Yeah. Smells like paper to me. Not like very old, though. It's not very musty or anything. This is like almost like a new book smell. It's not that old, dusty, musty book. It's like a new book smell. And if you're a reader, I'm a reader. I love the smell of books, old and new. Yeah, this is like a really authentic, clean paper to me. Let's see what it says. Dry, cozy, and warm. And again, like the last one had it said warm, I would agree. It's very warm, cozy, comforting. Yeah, parchment, aged wood, and leather. So the leather is going to be way back on the end, just like in a book, a leather-bound book. It'd be old leather if it's that dry, dusty, older leather. Yeah, the wood is very subtle, but it is there. I'm smelling it now. Man, that's excellent. There's a lot of companies that do like the paper thing. This is one of the best I've ever smelled for a book, like paper or book. This is very authentic to it. It's not sweet. It doesn't have anything that doesn't belong. This really does smell like you're thumbing through a book, a nice book that's new. It's not dusty or old. It's got a nice old leather cover. Really good. But this is the more the pages inside. That's what that is. And that's awesome. Fantastic. You were right, Danny. These are quite impressive, I'd have to say. Yeah. Cantrip candles. Yeah. Cantrip. Here we go. Stone Moss Chapel's the next one I pulled. Y'all know me and my stone and my moss. And the Stone and Moss candle by Goose Creek is one that I still think about. I have like a little bit of one left. But this is Cantrip Candles Stone Moss Chapel. Right out front, it's almost an equal blend of stone and moss, and this is a drier moss, like Spanish moss. It's got a really nice stone. It's not. I wouldn't say like wet stone. There's nothing. There's nothing particularly like wet or like fetid. Like I like fetid. I like deep wet stone, but this is more like a pure stone. Pure stone's already been picked up. The mud's off it, all that kind of stuff. You're just getting the stone and you're getting the moss. So Stone Moss Chapel. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like you're talking about a stone church. Yeah, that's really nice. I feel like I think there's a soil scent in there, but I think it's really pleasant. It's more in the back. It's on purpose soil, like potting soil or something. Way in the back though. That's my take. I don't know. Let's see. Damp, herbal, and fresh are the descriptors. Yeah, I mean the herbal comes with the moss, the dried moss for sure. Notes are moss, stone, and soil. Hey, I nailed it. Like the soil. Yeah. And it has this, it says this thing about a babbling stream that trickles nearby and provides a serene place to gather one's thoughts, mind the slippery stones. Yeah. It has that fresh stone. It's just like fresh stone. Yeah, it's really nice. I really like this a lot. This is another one. I feel like these last few are things that I could put on and it like kind of just ruminate and have something going. I would definitely read with these going. These almost feel like the perfect things to pair with books. Really cool vibe on that one, the Stone Moss Chapel. Yeah, Whetstone. It's good. This isn't hardcore like dungeon or anything like that. It has an outdoor quality to it that like you're in the fresh, beautiful outdoors, and you've got the stone and a beautiful moss and herbal. So it says herbal moss. It is. It's like that Spanish moss, dry moss, really nice. And then the soil's in the back, and it is like a perfectly. It's not like mud, and it ain't like dry dirt either. It's the perfect dampness. That thing's awesome. Yeah, Virgil and I have talked about. He knows because I bitch about stone and moss all the time from Goose Creek, how it's not available, and surprisingly, yeah, stone. And he says he'll tell you right there, stone is tough. Stone is tough, and it's really impressive what they've pulled off here with Stone Moss Chapel Cantrip candles. There, that's something special. All right, Forests of Fae. Okay, so this is another one that I don't think is available anymore. If I'm correct, Forest of Fae. I'll bring it up while we smell. Yeah, it is. It's a good daytime scent, Bridget. That's exactly. I would say that it does. It feels very daytime and very pleasant and airy and nice. All right, here we go. Forest of Fae. I'm excited about this one. Yeah, Chase, you're right. I think a lot of us can smell the wet stone like in your mind and recall. And to think about how to weave something like that in reality in a candle, in an oil and any kind of smell form, it's not easy. All right, Forest of Fae. Ooh, oh, wow. This is really cool. This okay, so like not in a bad way, but this almost has like a soap quality to it. It's fresh. Gotta have there's definitely a pine in here, but it's it's reserved. It's not like pine sap, pine tar, Christmas tree. It's not that. It's sort of like that middle spectrum of pine, even to the lighter end of it. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's birch or sandalwood or something else in here. Man, that's really good. And like I said, it vibes like a body care scent, but like soap to me. I don't really know why. I don't know. Let's see. Mysterious. Yeah, yeah, right? It is. Verdant. Yeah. Okay. Verdant. Green and umbral. Good descriptors, man. Cantrip candles. I feel you. Notes are jasmine, neroli, tomato leaf, and amber. Again, I would never have guessed amber was in here. Never. Now, like smelling it, I go, so that's what's smoothing the edges and making everything feel warm and nectar-like, But it doesn't vibe like amber. Jasmine has a really nice jasmine. Neroli is an interesting note. Neroli, I am super not familiar with. It's I mean, like the only thing I know about it is it's like orange or something. So it does have that. Maybe that's why I feel like, oh, that's like so. Let me see. I'm just gonna look it up. Neroli is a material that smells at first fresh, like orange scented, and then green, like waxy leaves, and finally soapy musky. Oh, I mean, like, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I trust my nose. I can just tell you. The tomato leaf in here is really subtle, but it's there. And it's nice. It's really nice. Tomato seems like the 2025 hit scent. And some people have been throwing that in their stuff for a while. And I feel like people know how to use it. Virgil certainly knows how to use it. And Cantrip definitely knows how to use it. And this is the tomato leaf part, though. Yeah, so I think the jasmine, neroli, tomato leaf, the blend on this thing is incredible, but those are your main notes. The amber's a carrier note. I think the amber's this just helping things out. Probably just helps meld this stuff together into a vibe. But again, I'm not a big amber fan. Danny's not an amber fan either, by the way, and this is awesome. Forest of Fae. That's a cool scent. Danny says she picks up that tomato vine the strongest. You know, the tomato leaf. As soon as I read it, that's what you're getting on the high end. Like the jasmine and the soapiness of it, are like the middle spectrum, and then the tomato leaf has that higher end spectrum in there, and it's all evident, and it's an incredible blend. Really good blend. And you can pick all that up, which is really cool. All right, Black Hound Tavern. Let's get into that. Black Hound Tavern. Here we go. Black Hound Tavern. I mean, ooh. It smells like a tavern, y'all. Deep, rich wood. This is like a, like a dark, I'm like automatically transported to a dark tavern. I go up to Helen sometimes, a little German town here in Georgia, and they have an awesome, they've got a couple awesome taverns. And one is a German restaurant that has a tavern, and it's bringing me there. Yeah, that's good. That's I mean, is there a beer? Is there beer in here? I think so. It's like the wood, the musk of a dark tavern. That musky smell where you can smell the wood and the beer, and that's what I'm getting mostly out of this. And it's a whole vibe. And again, though, it's really good. It's not funk at all. It's not funky. It's pleasant. It's really pleasant. All right. Black Hound Tavern. Dry, rich, smoky. Yeah. Sweet. Whiskey and firewood. So this is really authentic. This is what I'm going to say about all of these. They literally smell like what we're talking about. Some things are conceptual. This is not conceptual as far as just a note, like things that remind you of a thing. This is literally smells like a deep, dark whiskey and the wood. It does have a hint of smoke to it. So that musk, it's rich, dry, smoky. It just brings you to the wooden tavern. The beer thing, I think, is because of the whiskey. It's like barrel-aged whiskey, I'm going to guess. Smell of barrel-aged whiskey permeates the room. Warm, crackling fireplace makes the ideal spot to sit and enjoy. One of many stiff brews. Yes. It is really nice and authentic, and it really smells like a tavern. Really cool. The whiskey note in there is not sharp. I'm not... You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of like alcohol scents. And this I'm a fan of. This is how you do it. This is not sharp or gross or any of that. It just smells legit. Just smells legit. All right. Walk in the woods. That's where we're going next, y'all. Danny gets hit in the face with the whiskey on that. It's not sharp, y'all, though. It's authentic. It's like deep whiskey, like my kind of whiskey, like bourbon. Yeah, walk in the woods. Here we go. Walk in the woods. All right, walk in the woods. This is the Brass Coffin has one called Coastal Forest. This reminds me of that. It's a pine. It's really nice. Again, this has got a really pleasant carrier. Pine. This is like a really nice pine forest to me. Subtle, airy, nostalgic pine and sandalwood. It's the sandalwood that smooths everything out over the end there. And it's really pleasant. Again, there's something about sandalwood that as a note helps carry other notes and smooth things out, but still maintain a very almost like airy. Airy is the word they use. I would say that airy, drier kind of a feel. Sandalwood on its own as like a star fragrance, I'm not a huge fan of. Sandalwood as like a carrier note or a helper note is one of the best. And that's what makes this so nice. It keeps it like very woodsy. This is a very clean smelling wood. Yeah, I like it. I feel like maybe there's some leaves in there too. It's what it smells like to me. I don't know. They say as twigs and branches snap under your feet, sunlight scatters through the swaying pines above. It does have that airy quality to it. A breeze carries with it a scent of fallen leaves and moist soil. And again, that's going to be on the back end. It's very subtle. Those notes are subtle. The fallen leaves, the soil, very subtle. The pine and wood forest, day, airy, not wet, like a beautiful day and a forest. Walk in the woods. That's actually a perfect name for this, I would say. All right, what do we got? Den of Thieves. Let's get into that. Den of Thieves. I would say if pine isn't your thing, you may not dig that one. It's certainly got pine going. Hello from Tokyo, Japan. Hey, welcome. Welcome. All right, Den of Thieves. I don't know what I'm in for here. Like conceptually, I don't know. I mean, I'm brought to minds like movies, right? And I love some sword and sandal movies and stuff. So I don't know. That's what jumps into my mind anyway. I'm sure like people who play video games might think like Assassin's Creed or something. Den of Thieves. What does that smell like? Let's find out. This smells like gunpowder. Like blast powder. Yeah, this smells like blast powder, like dynamite powder or gunpowder. Old gunpowder, like from a musket. Like right after it fires. And then the smoke goes like that. And it's like gunpowder. Gunpowder smoke. That's what that is to me. Let's find out what Den of Thieves has to say. Den of Thieves, deep, smoky, intoxicating. The notes are smoke, red wine, and aged leather. All right, this is the brilliance of people who know how to pair fragrances together. Red wine, not in a million years would I have guessed that was in there. But that's what gives, so like smoke, red wine, and leather. They figured out that red wine has the richness the spice of a wine, right? Wine spice, the bitter spice of a red wine at the top end, mixed with an aged leather and a touch of smoke, smells just like gunpowder. It's pretty awesome. Soft whispers and speak in a mysterious tongue, careful of prying ears. Fine wines and stolen jewels decorate the room like trophies from a hunt. One of the figures pulls something from their cloak, a coin purse or a sharpened blade, a gun, and they fired it. That's what that smells like to me. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. This is really, the Den of Thieves one's really cool. I don't think I've smelled anything like this before. There's a Magic Candle Company has something I've been looking at called Thunder Railroad, which has, I think, like sawdust and gunpowder and stuff in it. And like, I imagine this note. That's really friggin' cool. Den of Thieves is really cool. That's neat. Yeah, that's some alchemy right there. It's like, you know. All right, next up, what are we doing? A Vikings Welcome. I'm in for this. Y'all know I'm in for this. Get a hit of water here. Who is into Viking lore and stuff? I love Viking lore. Vikings are crazy. All right, here we go. A Vikings Welcome. This has the funk of like a real Viking. I was almost like, I don't. This is another one. This is really hard for me to describe because it's so musky. It has a funk to it. It has like a people funk to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it has like a human funk. It's deep. And Vikings junk. I mean, you know, it's not this one's not for everyone, I can tell you that. It's really cool though. Smells like you're going into battle, and it's kind of like, to me, this has got like a wet smell to it. I feel like I'm coming off the ship onto a shore, and I'm gonna, you know, and I'm maybe there's metal in here, maybe there's leather in here, maybe there's wood in here, and human funk. That's what it smells like to me. Warm, dry, and rugged. Rugged is a good word for this. The notes are leather, thatch, and cedar. Thatch. That's the funk. Thatch, like burlap or something like that, has an odd funk smell, almost like hay does. You know what I mean? It has like a funk to it. That's the thatch in there. The leather is good in here. You can definitely smell the leather. The cedar is also this has got the deep end of cedar. The dark deep end of cedar. Not super spicy, but a touch. A touch of cedar spice. That's a really interesting. It reminds me of the Renaissance Festival. Yeah. And it almost, I don't know how many of you spent time around horses. My dad has horses. It reminds me of horses, like the hide of a horse, which some might find unpleasant, some might find pleasant. Yeah, this is a very a very dead on thing, Viking. Like I get thatch, horse, metal, smoke, leather. That one's tough to describe, but that I like it actually. Makes me want to watch Norseman or what's that one? What's that one? There is a movie. Let me find it because it is not talked about enough. It is from Nicholas Winding Refn, who did Drive with Ryan Gosling. He did a Viking movie with Mads Mikkelsen, I think is his name. Let me see if I can find that. And that Viking movie is what I'm thinking about. Valhalla Rising, 2009. Shot entirely in Scotland. Mads Mikkelsen, if you know him as an actor, he's awesome. I don't know. Little tangent there, but that's what that took me to. All right. Here we go. Autumn Festival, y'all. Autumn Festival. I'll bring that up real quick if it's on here. Let's see. There we go. Autumn Festival. All right. Rob, you would like that scent, man. Like reading what you're saying here, I think you would dig that. Yeah. Go check out a Vikings Welcome. I think it'll bring you right to the Vikings Renaissance Guild, man. Autumn Festival. And it is really autumnal. I feel like it's got one of those awesome autumn leaves notes in it. It's probably apple as well. Really good mix of like spice. It's not as like sharp as some autumn like leaves scents are. It almost feels like it has a almost like a wassail feel to it. Yeah, you had me at autumn, same. This has some really awesome like allspice, nutmeg. But it's a deeper end. It does have the top end, but like whereas a lot of stuff is up here, this is rich and in the middle of it. And there is something else in here. I don't know if it's like a pear or what, but there is something in here giving some musk and an extra bit of like magic into this thing. And I don't know what it is. Let's find out. Nostalgic, bright and cozy. Apple cider, fall leaves, and pumpkin spice. The apple cider is really good in here. A lot of apple ciders are super sharp. And this, it has a sharpness. It has a brightness of the apple, but it's not crazy high-end spectrum like some of those are. And the fall leaves, I think the thing is the fall leaves feel like dead leaves that you grab and you crunch them in your hand. They're dry. It's not wet like in that way. And that fall leaves, that totally dead fall leaves. And don't let the pumpkin spice turn you off here either. That's like this is like, to me, raw natural ingredients. Yeah, that's excellent. Autumn Festival is excellent. This is one of the best pure, like, you know, you see a lot of things and it's like autumn whatever, and you kind of almost know what you're gonna get. This is like the best version of that. This is what comes to mind are fragrances like some of my absolute favorites, like Rustic Leaves by Goose Creek. Even there's such a nice creamy pumpkinness to this. I don't know what. There's nothing in here that says anything about cream. There's something softening the edges here. Virgil has a scent at South of Sanity called Black Pumpkin. That's one of the most amazing. It's one of my favorite fall scents of all time now, Black Pumpkin. This almost feels like there's a touch of that in there without the anise. Man, that is really, really good. I don't know. I don't know what to say more about that other than I'm gonna need a bucket of that. Yeah, that's really good. Autumn Festival. Danny, this is incredible. Like, you sent me so much awesome stuff. I'm blown away here. Okay, we've got a mystery. We've got a mystery. Astro Rob, dude, just got our Black Pumpkin in yesterday. Husband says it's the most authentic Halloween scent to him. I've said that to Virgil. Something about Black Pumpkin is like intensely Halloween. Yeah. That Cantrip Autumn Festival is intensely autumn. Like, so good. All right, Danny, what do we got in here, girl? We got a wax melts. Okay, we got a wax melts pack. Oh, right on. Okay, so we got a lunar light here. We're moving to lunar light. You guys know I love some lunar light. Alex is amazing. And we've got Dracula's Castle, which is one I don't have and I haven't tried yet. So I'm super stoked to put my nose on this. Let me bring it up while I get into this. Lunar Light Company, Dracula's Castle. The reason I've shied away from this in the past is because of the black pepper. Black pepper is like me and black pepper. It's certainly here, but if you don't like black pepper, it doesn't matter. This thing is Dracula's Castle is a dead-on descriptor for this. It smells like a castle. I feel like it smells like stone. I feel like it smells like wood, a lot of wood and stone. And then there's a concept going here that's got a sharp spice, scary kind of thing going on here. It's really, really good. And just like Alex's fragrances are, I feel like I always maybe can pick out a couple things, but this is a blend of awesome that I probably can't figure it all out by smelling it. It's a whole vibe. It smells gothic. I'll say that. Whatever that means, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a moss in here. Yeah, Dracula's Castle, Lunar Light Company. This is excellent. If you're scared of black pepper, don't worry about it. Let's go and see what the notes and whatnot are here. Transform your home into Dracula's Castle and experience the alluring aroma of teakwood, earthy moss, vetiver, and spicy black pepper. Dracula's Castle is the perfect gothic candle to fill your space with a dark and dreary scent. Dreary, that's a good word for this. Perfect for romantic nights in or for summoning something wicked. Teakwood, black pepper, cardamom. So cardamom is this other mystery spice in here that I couldn't pick out. vetiver, citrus, and moss. Again, if some of these scent notes aren't your thing, like vetiver is something that people are like, oh man, is it going to be, cologne? No, not in here. Yeah, that's a whole vibe. The citrus is really nice in here. I was kind of trying to figure out what's sharpening this. Like I wanted to say like wine, but I would have been wrong. It's a citrus. It's a citrus note. Yeah, this is awesome. Dracula's Castle. Lunar Light Company. Thanks, Danny. Thank you. Now I got to get that mummy one next, Try that out. All right, we've got 3 left. 3 left. All right, we're going back into the worlds of cannabis here. And we got it's Kringle. We got Kringle stuff here. So let me pull up their site. Again, it was a conversation we were having about cannabis type of scents. And when they're done right, they're excellent. So this is Kringle Cannabis. Hey, what's up? Kiki's in the house. All right, here we go. Kringle Cannabis, y'all. Woo! Yo. That's just flat out weed, y'all. That's just flat out weed. And it ain't skunk. It ain't skunk. This is pure green weed. I mean, you got fresh. You can spend some good money on this one. That's what that smells like. It's like ready to be consumed however you want. Top notes are cannabis, aromatic herb, grapefruit peel. Yeah. Cedarwood, sheer floral bouquet, base of alibinum, resinoid. I don't know what the hell that is. It's a resin, okay? Some kind of resinoid. Musk, balsamic accord. Yes. Balsam. See, this again. This is the alchemy of scent. You're mixing like the balsam. When you read the notes, cannabis, aromatic herb, grapefruit peel, cedarwood, sheer floral bouquet, a resinoid, a musk, and a balsamic accord. It smells like straight up fresh weed, like fresh weed. Bang. Danny, you were not kidding on that. That's authentic. That really is authentic, man. Like straight up. I don't know what else to say about that. All right, next up we've got Purple Haze by Kringle. Purple Haze. All in my brain. All right, here we go. Obviously, it's another cannabis candle, Purple Haze. You know Hendrix. Okay, so this is really a lot more pleasant. Like the cannabis one is straight out, bam, weed up in you. Weed up in your face. Now, Purple Haze is really nice. It has more of an herbal and deeper resonance. It's actually really nice, and it's got kind of a dry smell to it as well. There's certainly some different herbs in here that I might be crazy, but there could be basil in here. Fresh basil. We're going to find out. I could be way off. I don't know. Yeah, this is really nice. This is like herby. It's a really good cannabis, but like really pleasant. This is on the pleasant end. I'd recommend this over just the flat out cannabis one. The flat out cannabis one is straight up. You want to smell like you're doing something and the cops might need to come. That's the cannabis candle. Purple haze is just real nice. Let's get into the notes of this because I'm super curious if I'm way off about this. Purple haze. Take a sentimental journey. Thanks, Kringle. With our new purple haze, we've got cannabis, cassis, grapefruit peel, basil, cedarwood, geranium, sheer purple rose petal, purple musk accord, purple resin accord, and amber. Yeah, this is again true to like Kringle. The blend is incredible. The floral notes are used to make things pleasant and subtle, and gives just enough of sweet without like, gourmand sweet would be really gross in here. This is really pleasant floral, higher end, sweeter end. I don't know what purple is. They use it here. Purple musk accord, purple resin accord, sheer purple rose petals. So I'm gonna guess it has something to do with that, but I don't know what purple is. It's obviously some proprietary thing they put together and added to a few different things. And this almost has a really clean. This is really clean, almost oddly refreshing. Oddly refreshing. I actually. I really like that purple haze. That's a really good scent, Kringle. Danny says purple haze is like a semi-tropical feeling. I could see that. Yeah. It's soft. It's the florals given that didn't it say like geranium or something? Yeah, geranium. I'm not a big rose fan, and like this doesn't bother me at all. This is the purple rose or whatever it is really nice in here. I get that geranium more, and the basil. Yeah, Kiki. The basil in here it's awesome. It's subtle. My nose pulled it out of there. I'm shocked. I was correct, but yeah, that's good. Purple haze. Purple haze. All right. And this is the last one in here. Very excited about this. This is Desert Oud. If y'all know me, I love my oud scents. I have long wanted to try this candle. That's the thing with Kringle Men is it's their price points aren't bad for what they are. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that when I order from Kringle, I don't order a lot generally. I have to save up to do a Kringle order, and so if it's not Halloween, I tend to not order a lot of Kringle. But they have some stuff like this Desert Oud that I've had like in a on a list for a long time. So I'm really excited to try this. Thank you so much for sending this to me, Danny. You're awesome. My God, that's good. Virgil said he didn't like this one on cold, but it grew on you warm. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's almost, geez. It's such a hard thing to describe stuff, like especially when you're like, I don't know, you're just getting it for the first time and you're like, oh, what is this? To try to convey this to you is really, it's even hard to convey oud. What does oud smell like? Oud smells like friggin' oud, like deep and resinous, maybe sort of woody. Some people find oud like cologne. I don't, but it can go that way. This doesn't smell like that. This has something so friggin' pleasant, so nice in here. It's got a. I feel like it's got a like a sand note, whatever the hell that is, too. Y'all sent people, man. Virgil, Kiki, like, Todd, you're in here too. Like, how the hell do you go? What's sand smell like? You know what I mean? I don't know how y'all do it, but this smells like sand. Something really just so incredibly pleasant about this. Fresh. Yeah, I'm going to say fresh. Fresh, airy, which is crazy to think about because it's an oud scent, but it is. All right, here we go. I've got a. I mean, I can't describe. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a rough time describing this one. All I know is I like it a lot. A lively scent of Mediterranean citrus orange and spicy cardamom, blended with earthy oud, vetiver, and a soothing cedar wood. Desert oud is a smoky and exotic fragrance rich with guaiac wood, incense, and jasmine. There's a bunch of words you put together into a sentence, and you go, I've read this before and still went, I don't know what the hell that smells like. It smells great. Okay, so don't let the guaiac thing throw you off or whatever. This isn't really cologne-y. This doesn't like vibe to me like a body care scent, although I would wear this. Just saying. If you're afraid of bergamot, don't be on this either. It's given the sweet citrus resonance. The cardamom really grounds it out. The vetiver in here, it's like the vetiver and the guaiac wood are like part of the incense, and the jasmine is also part of the incense. It's like if there was an incense stick that you were burning, and the scents were jasmine and vetiver and cedar and guaiac wood. The wood though, not like the what they pull out of it to create cologne. And then you've got, this is one of those things, I've talked about it before. Bergamot does a musky thing sometimes to stuff, and it does that here. It does this musky thing. And I think the end of what they said, smoky exotic fragrance with guaiac wood, incense, and jasmine. And the smoke here is, I have a hard time describing this as smoky. I almost would rather describe this as vaporous. Because it's fresh. It's like fresher than that. But like at the same time, it's earthy and sweet in a very raw, real natural way. Desert Oud by Kringle just now became one of my favorite things. Holy crap. Wow. Danny, thank you again. I'm blown away. Like, amazing. And Cantrip candles. There's no way I'm not going to recommend you guys check them out. I'm now so curious to go and see what else they got going on. Everything they had was incredibly well blended. Smelled like there's a lot of thought put into this. Really good. Yeah, like I said, little high end and they made something smell like gunpowder. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, yeah. Cantrip candles. Jungles of Makal, by the way. Yeah, you're right. This thing is incredible. It's wet. It's like wet dirt. It's like if you mixed like Dungeon and maybe something like Witch Noses Through the Veil. Yeah. Dungeon and Witch Nose Through the Veil smashed together, but different. Best way I can go. All right, y'all. Wow. Amazing. Blown away. How are you guys doing this afternoon? I'm going to get in here and read some of this real fast. Kent, yeah, your woodwork is incredible, dude. Yes. So, Kiki over at the Brass Coffin, it's a damn shame. Like, I waited so long to try your stuff. Everyone's like, dude, if you haven't smelled her Halloween stuff, like you're in for a real treat. And the stuff I got, I've been melting through it. By the way, I'm gonna film a review. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yeah. So everyone's over here bothering you about bringing back some Halloween scents, haunted hollow candle. Yeah, whatever you do, I can't wait. I can't wait to check it out. Right on. Well, I really appreciate you guys joining me for this Cantrip candles and the Kringle and the Lunar Light was awesome. Had a blast in here, and man, these cantrip hits. So this Viking one, like I said, man, Rob, yeah, I think you'd dig that, man. Adventures, Emporium, the freshness of that, like these things were really good, really good. So that's all I got for y'all today. It is noonish 30 my time, noon 12:22. So we've got a bit of work to do here today, so I'm not going to be able to like hang out for as long as I usually do. Unfortunately, feels like I got a Jason hangover. Yeah, right. By the way, you know, you got to wear the shirts, right? That's it's my Part 7 shirt by White Rags. Devin Whitehead, the artist, on this. Yep. So happy Friday the 13th weekend, everyone. Saturday the 14th. If you haven't seen that movie, go check it out. It's a good time. It's a good time. And yeah, y'all watch some Jason stuff, or some not Jason. You know, watch the first one, because that one's incredible. So, all right, y'all. Thank you again for joining. We're gonna do this next Saturday again at 11 a.m. I wasn't planning on doing these every week, but it just so happens lately that I've been able to do that. And I have just got this in my possession. So I've got a little Yankee Candle haul. I haven't opened these yet. I'm not gonna until we do our live on Saturday. That one especially, I'm a huge fan of Pink Beach, Pink Sands, all that. I've got a few candles here. We'll go over from Yankee. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up with that. You know, much has been said about the labels. You know, in person, they're not as bad as what they look like online, but I still am not the biggest fan of them. Just a bit, you know. But we'll get into some Yankee next week, next Saturday, 11 a.m. Hope to see y'all there. Yeah, we'll get into some stuff. Virgil was talking about that buttermilk pancakes and syrup one they had with Cracker Barrel. I didn't even know they had that, man. That's crazy. Fall's sneaking up. It's coming, even though summer. When is summer actually? Like 21st? Let me see. The 20th. Yeah, the equinox, right? It's the 20th to the 21st. It'll actually be summer. Summerween is what, 22nd, I think. Yeah. If y'all don't know, go watch Gravity Falls. That's who created Summerween, and it is an awesome watch. Gravity Falls is incredible. It'll make you happy. You'll have a good time, and you'll have a good laugh, and you get all the vibes from Gravity Falls. But yeah, Summerween, babe. That's how we're doing it. So hope to see y'all Saturday. Next Saturday. What is it? So hey, next Saturday is the 21st. So we'll be Summerween Eve. Hope to see you Summerween Eve, Saturday the 21st at 11 a.m. We're gonna go over some Yankee stuff and maybe something else. I don't know, but we'll do that. We'll see you. We'll see you then. Love you guys. Thanks for joining, and have a good weekend, man. Keep it creepy, and I'll smell y'all later.